What's going on, Reflections? Peace and love. Yeah, I cover this real quick. Um, how do I even start this? Feeling lonely, man. Feeling lonely and feeling alone. Just let me make this clear. When you feel that way, when you're feeling alone, chances are you are. But truth be told, you're never really alone. There's someone on that path as well, but the distance is different than yours. So you can't see them, but they're still on that same path. Now, depending on your flow and their flow, depending on your movements, will determine whether you run into those or not that are also on that same path as you. And it doesn't have to be the lonely path, you know. It can be any path. It it still applies, you know. But I'm focusing on the lone path. You know, you feel lonely, you feel isolated, you feel like no one's really there with you, and that they're not. They might not be there with you. They're on the same. They're on the same path, just different distance. And as long as you know that, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to be anxious about. You just gotta find peace in the alone time that you have at the moment. 'Cause you're only alone for so long. And then once you run into that person or that select group, then you're not lonely anymore. But understand that it repeats. You won't be with that group forever. So eventually you'll again be lonely. But the thing is to find peace being by yourself. You know, you gotta be able to be content with being alone. Because it's just the way it is, you know. You have people who are down. You have people who are down for you. You have people who want to be there, right? But they only want to be there when it's suitable or convenient for them. And that's about 95% of people. Do it for their benefit. I mean, look at this guy. He's here by himself, you know? Yeah, I mean, I'm with him, but he has his own mind. He has his own thoughts. He has to embrace his existence, you know? I can't exist for him. He's existing right now. Like he has to deal with himself, you know? I can't go in there and manifest. I can't. It just doesn't work that way. So just like no one can come into my body and manifest or make moves for me, you know? I'm stuck with me. And that's all I have is me. No one has you like you have you. So you just gotta be comfortable. Be comfortable with being yourself, with being by yourself. And if you can't find happiness within yourself, then you're always gonna seek it from someone else. And that's where the problem comes into play, because someone else isn't always gonna be there for you. That's evident. It's factual. So when you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, drowning in your sorrow, and you're going through your phone book, you're going through through your friends list, people who follow you, people who you follow, and you're trying to just trying to find someone to comfort you because you feel lonely where you are. Just stop and analyze how you're feeling and why you're doing what you're doing. Because I caught myself doing that earlier, you know? I caught myself reaching out to people who left me hanging in the past, and like here I am trying to make an effort when I know they don't want to talk to me, because if they wanted to talk to me or be in my life at all, then they wouldn't have left me on scene, and they would have reached out after that, you know? Like, hey, sorry, this came up, that happened. Not even that. An excuse wasn't even in their plan. It's like boom. Just left me by myself, left me alone. Maybe I didn't provide that convenience for them. Maybe I didn't have that comfort that they were seeking. And that's fine, whatever. I know that at the end of the day, when I go home, I lay down in that bed by myself. No one else lays down next to me. It's me and my thoughts, my perspectives, my knowing, my not knowing, and everything that ties into that. You know, it's me. No one's here for me, man. No one's here for you. You're here for you. And that's it. So you can either embrace and learn how to live with yourself, or you can constantly seek that comfort. You can keep on seeking that comfort from somebody else that's not going to give it to you, only when it's suitable and convenient for them. You don't got to take my word for it, man. I'm just trying to put some truth out there, you know? Truth is not it's not popular. I'll say that much. People love living in comfort, you know, comfortable illusions. You can't break somebody's illusion. How can you break someone's reality and let them know that everything they live is a lie? You simply can't. You can't. I mean, obviously there's ways, you know. You can sneak some mushrooms into somebody's drink. Now that's kind of devious, but it is possible, right? You can break someone's illusion in that way. Now, I'm not saying do that, but what I'm saying is you're not going to break someone's reality. You know, they're going to believe what they want to believe, and that's it. There's really no way around it. See, believing is knowing, and knowing is believing. But that's not all true, because in believing in something falls. So believing is knowing. You think you know that that's the right way, but you think it's not the right way. Now you're believing because you know, you think you know, but you don't know. You're believing something that's false, and you're tricking your mind into thinking that you actually know it to be true, when in reality it's not. But anyways, back to the topic. You gotta find peace within yourself, man. I can't stand not being comfortable with myself. I can't stand having to seek someone else's company. Is it necessary? Yeah, that's why we have other humans here. Not the only one that exists, right? This is why we have other humans, but let them come to you. Just like you don't chase the cat, you let the cat come to you. And the cat doesn't come around very often. Trust me, it doesn't. It only comes around when your vibe is right. When you're handling your own. When you're chasing. When you're unorganized, uncomposed, all over the place. You're chasing. Trust me, that cat will run away. But when you're grounded, you're solid, and you know what you're doing, that cat will make its way around. naturally, and it's beautiful. Just the way it should be. Just the way it should be. So in the same way, just stick to yourself, man. Handle your own. Don't seek comfort and happiness from someone else. That's what everyone is doing. We're not looking within, we're not looking internally. We're seeking externally. And that's not where the real world is. The real world is in your mind, in your soul. That's where it's at. We just so happen to log into this virtual matrix. And a lot of us are stuck because we don't know any better. This is what we were born into, literally. How can you prove that? How can you prove to someone or to yourself that what you're living isn't real? Well, there are methods. There, there's definitely methods out there, but only about 1% out of the totality would know what that method is or those methods. The rest are stuck. This is all they know. Babylon is all they know. So they go out and party. They do, I don't know, we do a lot of unrighteous. We make a lot of unrighteous movements that don't suit us, that have been shoved down our throats for centuries and centuries. And it's all we know. We're repeating the cycle. But if you can break that cycle and seek within, listen to your higher self, to your spiritual guide, to the universe, then you'll know what's real and what's not, and what you should follow and should not follow. And then once you know what's right and what's wrong, that's where balance comes into play. Into more depth, that is. You should already be practicing balance no matter where you are. But once you really know, then you get deeper into balance. And then you can really start winning the battle, and you can start staying grounded, and you can take it where you want it to go. Most people are being taken against their will and at will at the same time. It's a mind and soul battle, guys. So you know what? As long as your head's strong, you're fine. You're fine. But what I'm getting at is just be comfortable with who you are and where you are. Because people are going to doubt you. People are full of doubts, you know, in themselves and towards others. And it can be stopped, but it can be altered through your own actions. I mean, who's going to believe in me? I'm just a normal guy, just living my life. And nobody knows what I'm about. Very select few know what I'm about. And the ones who do think they know what I'm about are living through a false perspective. Now it's not false because that's their perspective, but it's false towards me. It's false all around. All right. But it's truthful in a sense that that's what they're being receptive to. That's what they perceive me as. So it's true to them, but it's not true. Every truth is a lie and every lie is a truth. And they both meet in the middle to neutralize, because there's truth in everything, even in a lie. But everything meets in the middle, because everything is everything. And everything is the core of the universe itself. Because there is no center point, so everything is the core. Everything is the middle. But you see, nobody. I mean, who cares about me? Who am I with right now? I'm by myself. I'm alone in this house by myself with my thoughts, with my dogs, but they're also by themselves in their thoughts. And I can't go in there and I can't vent for them. I can't make them do what I want them to do because it'll make them happier. I can only do what I can do to make myself happy because I know what it is I have to do to make myself happy. And I can't do it through seeking it. I can't make myself happy. I can't do what I want to do by chasing it. I can only do what I want to do by doing it. If I know what I have to do, why would I chase it? Now, chasing it alludes that it's running away. But you doing it implies that you are it. And you shouldn't chase what you are. Because it's like a carrot in front of a donkey. It's never gonna get it. Like a dog chasing his own tail. It is the tail. They're one and the same, like the head and the tail of a snake. They are the same. They're all one. It's all one. It's all connected. So whatever it is you desire, just know that you are it. And instead of chasing it, embrace it. Analyze it. Why do you feel how you feel? Why do you feel how you feel? That's important, isn't it? I mean, you feel mad, you feel sad, you feel lonely, you feel anxious, you feel lost, you feel joyful. Why? I mean, is it because you got a new car? Is it because that girl finally talked to you? Is it because you were able to do something that you've been wanting to do? That's only the evident. But why do you really feel that way about what has occurred or what hasn't occurred? That's crucial. Very crucial. Without knowing, you're just flowing without cause. Which there's nothing wrong with, but at the same time there is. Because if you're flowing without cause, it means you're flowing without target. You know? Which there's nothing wrong with. But again, there is. You gotta find meaning in everything. Because how easy would it be for me to kill myself right now? That'd be very easy. Although for me it'd be very hard because it's just something I wouldn't do because I know the meaning of life. I know my purpose. But how easy would that be? Feeling lost that I don't know what I'm here to do. So I'm just going to end it. Now that's weak. But it takes some balls to do that. So at the same time, it's not weak. But you got to have purpose, guys. Find meaning in your life. You got to be able to find meaning within yourself. Stop seeking validation and comfort and company from others. Everything will come to you. Everything will attract. Love thyself. Somebody's not in your life right now, then so be it. They're not in your life. Obviously they don't care enough about you. They're not interested. They're not curious about what you're doing with your life. They're not. And I'm not saying people have to talk to you every minute, every second, every day. What I'm saying is people will be there if they really cared about you. If you're alone, chances are, if you feel alone, chances are you are alone. But again, know that you're not alone, alright? There's always somebody on that path, only with a different distance. And depending on your flow and their flow will determine if you cross. If you become parallel on the same path, or if you just pass them and experience their existence and keep it moving. Because that's usually what happens. You run into a bunch of people and you keep on flowing. It's like everybody's on this ride and everyone has a different exit. How far can you go? How far can you take it? And who can ride with you? Everyone is different. So long as you know your meaning and your purpose, then you can go as far as you want to take it. If you don't know that, if you don't know your meaning and your purpose, then you'll go as far as they want you to go, you know? Because at this point, you have no control over your actions. You're being controlled. You either have mind control or they have mind control over you. It's mind control or mind control, guys. That's kind of all I wanted to cover. I'll probably be on later today. Maybe not, depending on the value of the information that I receive. But nevertheless, guys, just love yourself. Be comfortable with who you are and where you are. Don't seek validation from anyone. See, go and get the life you envisioned. You don't need no approval. Everyone want to tell you, but they ain't gonna do it for you. They're just all scared of failure. But success ain't just handed to you. There's always some room for failure. Just don't ever stop pursuing. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know? Just follow your spirit guide. Follow spirit. That's your intuition. Do that and you'll get where you're headed. Live without fear. You know? It's like I live without fear. Death is right there. Still I don't care. Life is just bliss. Every second is an opportunity. You're blessed. No, but really, guys, just love yourself, man. Be comfortable with who you are. But until then, I got some business to handle. I love you all. I appreciate you for tuning in. Again, I'm on this path, man. I'm learning. This is the origin of greatness, so you're gonna get a lot of the bad. You know, if I'm stuttering, if I'm not clear enough, if I'm all over the place, if I'm just not fluent, consistent, you know, it's eventually all gonna perish. It vanishes into the eternal all, only to travel to somebody else who's on this path. But this is the origin of greatness, guys, so bear with me. I have a lot of flaws to get rid of, you know, a lot in every aspect, you know, health, communication, movements, really everything. So I'm learning and I'm trying to be humble about it. I'm not trying, I am being humble about it. It's either try or there's no there's a big difference between try and do. If you're trying, you're not doing it. If somebody says, "Oh, well, at least you tried," that means you didn't do it. You tried, you didn't do it. So there's a difference between trying and doing. So I'm being humble about my process, and I look forward to where I'll be very soon, even though I already am where I'm gonna be, because I am it, you know. I'm it. I just haven't manifested it, but I'm it. I'm already living it. It's just a process, just like a plant. A seed is the plant, and the plant is the seed. You see, they're one and the same, but it's different stages of the process, you know. So just strive for where you want to be and where you are. Embrace where you are. That's crucial, because where you are right now is all that exists. Nothing else. Literally nothing else. I mean, besides dimensions and, you know, other cosmos and galaxies and planets, but that's it's a whole different topic. Whole different It's the same topic but in more depth. But right here, right now is all that exists. You're all that exists. So embrace it, man. Go out and do something. Go create. Go create. You are the creator. You were made in God's image. That makes you God. If you were made just like God, how does that not make you God? You know what I mean? How can you be a replica? How can you be a clone? Not a clone, but how can you be a 2.0 and not be the 1.0? The 1.0 is just an upgrade. The 2.0 is just an upgrade from the 1.0. You know? If that makes any sense. Now you're not the 2.0 though. You're made an exact form of God, of the creator. But you can be a 2.0 if you choose to do so. You can upgrade yourself through your actions, through your knowing. That's it, man. It starts with you. You have this mind you have to control, that you have to analyze, that you have to understand. And if not, you're not living your full potentiality. You're just strolling, trying to get by, living in mediocrity. You know? You guarantee your own mediocrity by not striving for greatness, by following the masses, by following the follower. You know? But anyways, guys, I love you all. Don't give up. Just fuck it, man. Go create. Do whatever you want to fucking do, because nobody cares, you know? Nobody cares. They only care when they see you doing good. People love to see you doing bad. We live in this, I said it before, hooray for me, the heck with you type world. You know, nobody cares about you until you're doing fucking good. Fuck them all, you know? Fuck them all, I love them all. Just do what you gotta do, man. You're here for the time being, and when you're gone, you're gone. They'll still be here, or maybe they'll be gone before you. It doesn't matter. The point is, everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their process, their timing. Stop following in the footsteps of others. Follow your footsteps. You can definitely learn from those who you want to follow or be like. But you're not them. You can't be them. You know, you can be yourself. Maybe you can gain the same title. Yeah, you want to be a jockey. You want to be a fucking movie director. Yeah, you can study. You can study movie directors. That's fine. But you'll never be them. You can be in their position. You can have that title, but you're not gonna be them. You don't have their mind. You don't have their thoughts. Though you do in a sense, but no, you don't. We're all individuals that are one, but we're all individuals. So you have yours in there, and they have theirs. And yeah, we're one, but we're separate. We're separate, but together. Point is, man, you gotta take control of your fucking life. Do what you gotta do. If you're not doing that, then I don't know what you're doing. But anyways, love you all. Peace. And I shall see you very soon.